तुझ में दिल धड़कन सा एक अटूट सा रिश्ता। मात पिता गुरु भगवान और तुम हो नेक फरिश्ता। मैं अबूद अज्ञानी बालक करना भूल क्षमा। सबसे अच्छी सबसे प्यारी मेरी साई माँ। साई
ప్రేమస్వరూపులైన పిల్లలకు ఆశీర్వదిస్తూ అందరూ మంచి బంగారు. I am with you, in you, around you, behind. I am not separate from you. I and you are one.
सबसे है मेरा अनोखा नाता। प्यारे बच्चों तुम सबसे है मेरा अनोखा नाता। आज हृदय की बात बनकर कभी मैंने तुम पे ममता अपनी लुटाई। माँ बनकर कभी मैंने तुम पे ममता अपनी लुटाई। सखायों संग रहा मैं जैसे कोई परछाई। जैसे कोई परछाई। जैसे कोई परछाई। मानव रूप मैंने निभाया तुमसे हर एक नाता। आज हृदय की बात बताए तुमको साई नाथा। तुमको साई नाथा। चाहे, माला टूटे सांस की चाहे, माला टूटे ये बंधन नहीं टूटने वाला, साथ तुम्हारे मैं हूँ हर पल, आज यही विश्वास दिलाऊं, सदा निरंतर दिल में बस कर सच की राह दिखाऊं, तुमको सच की राह दिखाऊं, तुमको सच की राह दिखाऊं। युगों युगों सब दोहराएंगे अपनी सुमधुर गाथा, आज हृदय की बात बताए तुमको साई नाथा, तुमको साई नाथा। प्यारे बच्चों, तुम सबसे मेरा अनोखा नाता, आज हृदय की बात बताए तुमको साई नाथा, तुमको साई नाथा।
जिसने सजाई खुशियाँ हमारी, जिसने बसाया जहाँ, सबसे अच्छी सबसे प्यारी मेरी साईं माँ, जिसने सजाई खुशियाँ हमारी, जिसने बसाया जहाँ, सबसे अच्छी सबसे प्यारी मेरी साईं माँ का आंचल, माँ की ममता
Sai Ram, everybody. I'm just going to make it very short because, Swami, I'm really very overwhelmed today. So I start with my humble pranams. Welcome to T.S. Singh Deo ji, Honorable Health Minister of Chhattisgarh, and and for the Sai family, T.S. Babaji. For him, Sathya Sai Sanjeevani is home, and I think he will go at no lengths to see that all the obstacles and a pathway are removed. So, Babaji, thank you very much. Mr. R. Prasanna, Under Secretary of Health, another man whose heart is in health. It's not just the title. This is something which he holds true to his heart, and believe me or not, when after the inspection, which happened on the 16th, I was told that it will take out of 5 or 6 days, and in my mind I said maybe it will be 10 days, but within 24 hours, we got the permission for a Homograft bank, Babaji. Yeah, within 24 hours. So, Prasanna ji, our most beloved Chairman Sir, again, as I call him, the lighthouse, who shows us the way, because at least I tend to lose it very often. So I just move in the direction where he will go. I try to, not that I get it right all the time. I do fail, but I try. So, I mean, Dr. Sean Shetty, our brother, again, our mentor, who is a surgeon, pediatric cardiac surgeon from a renowned center in the US, and he's the one who maintains our quality control, advises us, guides us, and shows us new pathways of delivering healthcare so that we do not flounder in the quality that we provide to the poor children that we cater to. And last but not the least, our brother Vivek Gaurji, Vivek Bhaiya, as we call him. He is the invisible hand behind us. He's never on the scenes, but he's the person who provides us all the equipment, the money, so that this congregation can keep on working. So thank you so much, Vivek Bhai, to make it possible. I'm just going to say just two sentences, Swami. The way, under your guidance, this mission is flowing. It's almost like a rocket going with the speed of light, with new centers springing up every month. And there is a long list of things which we have managed under your spiritual leadership, Swami. And I'm sure in health, education, and nutrition, we'll be doing so much good that numbers will be small to depict the work that we have done, Swami. So without much ado, and just a last thing, today is a great day for Chhattisgarh because we established the first Homograft bank of Chhattisgarh, 7th in the country. And by the grace of God, we also managed to procure a heart from a 44-year-old donor who yesterday agreed to donate her kidneys, her liver, both her cornea, and a heart. And I'm so fortunate that my own guru, Dr. Marco Pozzi from Ancona, Italy, who taught me how to harvest homografts when I was in Liverpool, was here to harvest the first homograft of Sanjeevani with me. Dr. Podzi, in addition to our dear Praveen Kolipara and all the members of the Rotary Royal, have been instrumental in making this happen. So again, thank you very much. I'm really delighted that there are each and every member who have got a finger in this pie, who have contributed, are here today. And I leave it to Srinivas sir to thank them, because I'm sure he's better at it than I am. Thank you very much. So, just give me a moment. Sorry. May I call upon Dr. Marco Pozzi to say a few words? Marco, please.
Well, good afternoon to everyone. It's a pleasure and honor to be here with you. I must say, this Homograft Bank project started from an idea of Dr. Ragini Pandey while she visited me in Italy some 3 years ago. And I took her to one of the meetings of our Rotary Club, and she said, well, you do so many things, we actually need something, because she's always thinking about this hospital and the whole mission and everything that is behind that. And so she didn't need to work too much to convince me, because the idea was fantastic. So we said, okay, we do it. And we started working on that. And Rotary, the whole district pulled together. And then we managed to get cooperation with the Royal Rotary Club locally and with a Rotary Club in the States. And together we really made a Rotary at its best. When there is a good idea, Rotary puts together resources, and Rotary makes good things happen. And this is a good example, and we are proud. These are the moments when we're really proud of being Rotarian, and that's what we are, and that's what we work for. But I must say, disclaim of interest. I love so much India. This is my 18th trip to India. But any reason to come back to India for me is always welcome. So I always look at projects in this direction. I met with Swami last time I was here some 2 years ago, and it's been an enlightening experience, and knowing all what is behind this hospital and all the hospitals that are coming up, and the fact that politics is following it and supporting it. I met the director. I mean, just about every single person I met has been an inspiration. So, as I said, I don't think there are words which are strong enough to express my appreciation and the sense of delight and how much I'm honored to be here with you. And I thank you all, because I know that every one of you, one way or the other, has given a contribution and will be part of what is coming again. Because one of the most impressive things about all this group of hospitals and the philosophy that is behind and the beliefs is that you never stop. You always try to keep, because there is always something good and something better to do. So it's a strong motivation, a drive to go ahead. And I think there is nothing better in life but to have a strong drive to do something better, and you know that tomorrow you will try harder and harder, because the achievements are so rewarding. So thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Marco. Swami, we would like to have a gift of life ceremony. Now, we have got 6 children who have been operated by us, and Dr. Pushyami and Dr. Pratik, both surgeons, would be conducting that ceremony.
साईराम ऑल। स्वामी के चरणों में मेरा कोटि कोटि प्रणाम, और आप सभी को मेरा साईराम। गिफ्ट ऑफ लाइफ एक सेरेमनी हमारी परंपरा है संजीवनी की, जिसमें जो बच्चे यहाँ से सर्जरी होके ऑपरेशन होके घर जाते हैं, उन्हें हम छुट्टी से पहले एक प्रतीक स्वरूप एक उपहार देते हैं, जिसे वो हमेशा अपनी ज़िंदगी में याद रख सके और संजीवनी से उनका जुड़ाव उन्हें हमेशा प्रतीत होता रहे। तो हम शुरुआत करेंगे गिफ्ट ऑफ लाइफ सेरेमनी की। सबसे पहले मैं मंच पर बुलाना चाहूँगा, मैं आमंत्रित करूँगा वृंदा, ये 6 साल की बच्ची है जिसे टेट्रोलॉजी ऑफ फैलेट नाम की बीमारी थी। इसके हार्ट में एक छेद था और फेफड़े को जाने वाली नली भी पतली थी, जिसकी वजह से बचपन से ये नीला पड़ जाती थी। इसका ऑपरेशन करके अभी बच्ची अपने घर जाने को तैयार है, पूरी तरह से स्वस्थ है।
Male child diagnosed with tetralogy of Fallot, who presented with dyspnea on excision with saturation of 75%. He was operated for intracardiac repair and he is ready for discharge now.
नींद में हाथ किसका मैं थामूं, डर लगा तो मैं किसको पुकारूं, नींद में हाथ किसका मैं थामूं, माँ ओ माँ पास अपने ही रहने दो ना माँ।
अगली इसी कड़ी में मैं अगले पेशेंट को रमन्ना 6 साल का लड़का, जिसके दिल में एक छेद था और जिसके पिताजी एक छत्तीसगढ़ के छोटे से गांव में इलेक्ट्रीशियन है।
छोटे दोस्त
Aarti, 46-year-old female from Chhattisgarh, whose husband is a temple priest, was operated for sinus venosus ASD and PAPVC repair.
ओ मेरे यार, हम सभी तुझसे करते हैं प्यार, याद है तुझको पहले वो करवट तेरी, बंद आंखों में हुई थी वो भी पूरी, आज दिल ले रहा एक करवट नई, ये है लम्हा बहुत ही जरूरी, जिंदगी है खड़ी।
अगला नाम मैं लेना चाहूँगा रोहित का। यह मरीज टेट्रोलॉजी ऑफ फैलेट विथ मापकाज से पीड़ित था। इसे इंटरवेंशन के माध्यम से सबसे पहले इसकी छोटी छोटी नलियों को बंद किया गया और दूसरे दिन फिर ऑपरेशन करके, जटिल ऑपरेशन करके इसके हृदय के छेद को बंद करके लंग्स की आर्टरीज को बड़ा किया गया। रोहित।
सौभाग्यम जिंदगी है खड़ी लेके मरहम, हम सभी का है ये सौभाग्यम। छोटे
Bhaskar, 17-year-old male from Chhattisgarh, was diagnosed with WPW syndrome, who underwent EP study and RFA of the lateral accessory pathways.
छोटे दोस्त ओ मेरे यार, हम सभी तुझसे करते हैं प्यार।
Yes, could I just request all the parents and children to come back again so that they can have a photograph with all the dignitaries? Could I kindly invite T.S. Babaji to please come and address us? And thank you, Babaji.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Revered Sadguru Madhusudan Saiji, Shri C.S. Srinivasji, Dr. Marco, our head of the Health Department for the Government of Chhattisgarh, Shri R. Prasanna ji, Dr. Shah Shetty ji, Vivek Gaur ji, Dr. Ragini Pandey ji, Dr. Narsingh Murthy ji, Penny Jayavardhani ji, representatives of the Rotary International, our associate who was medical superintendent earlier of the Raipur Medical College, Vineet Jain ji. It is always more than an honor, a great blessing to be here present amongst all you very special people, life givers, those who take care of those members of humanity who would otherwise feel most helpless. It is your special fortune, I believe, that Sai Baba and now our revered Sadguru are continuing that tradition of providing to society what they need the most: healthcare, education, spiritual guidance, a better way of living, a better standard of living. And I feel blessed that I am able to spend a few moments with you all. As Dr. Saab was mentioning, when we had last met, I tried to set these goals for myself, that if I am to be able to have the honor of being in these premises, we must be able to deliver. The ways of governance are sometimes slow. They appear to be very, very slow. Many a times, I too feel a sense of frustration. But more than that, eventually, there is some sense of satisfaction that eventually, if you are able to deliver what is needed by society, then okay, you've done your small bit. So the government of Chhattisgarh, through whatever it could do, we are so happy to see that the Homograft has started. We went and inaugurated your labs today. I got a message from Dr. Jain early-ish in the morning that the first cadaver transplant in Chhattisgarh we are conducting today, and we are blessed that it has to be with in the presence of Swami, that organ, that heart, which may help somebody in the immediate future, has been delivered to this blessed institution. These procedures of getting recognition, SOTO, and all the other things, like I said many a times, I'm also in a hurry. I'm always in a hurry. I want things to be done quickly, but Prasanna Sahab and all our associates say, go slow, we shouldn't trip up. Don't be in too much of a hurry. We may not be able to do the right thing in the right way. So these procedures sometimes take a little longer than we may otherwise feel. But so long as it is done, and so long as it helps the persons who need these organs, these specialized procedures, this life-giving helping hand, then we feel so blessed. And I am extremely grateful to Sadguru Madhusudan Sai Maharaji that on the occasion of the 10th anniversary of our institution, we were told that this Homograft is the 7th in the country. So Chhattisgarh, again, you have blessed us, that you have provided the opportunity for people in Chhattisgarh and from Chhattisgarh to get this specialized service from these premises. May you always so bless us that through your blessings, through your intervention, through your interaction, this service to humanity never ever stops. It remains and continues to be a everlasting procedure, an everlasting contribution, an everlasting association of the people with our specialists. Saying this, I express my most humble thanks to Satsai Foundation, Guruji Maharaj, blessings of Sai Baba, that we are all able to do our very little bit to see that people have a better life. Thank you so much. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you very much, T.S. Babaji. It is said a gentleman means what he says and says what he means. I think Babaji is one of the person who does what he says. Not only he, his department also follows his lead. When they promise you something, they do it. So Babaji, thank you for walking with us all the while. Thank you very much. May I now humbly request our beloved Swami to address us, please. Thank you. After.
In our foundation, we often talk, it takes a heart to save a heart. And today it is literally so with the opening of the ball bank and the first heart that we received, the harvested heart. I think it's truly a heart that takes to save another heart. And it is the heart of the people, all of you who have gathered here, who are saving so many hearts. So first and foremost, our collective gratitude on behalf of all the parents and the children. I saw many of them outside. They're all jumping in joy, playing on the various equipments outside. And they are all very grateful to every one of you for having done this for them, for having given away your heart, your love, for the sake of saving these many children. And today, as Sathya Sanjeevani Hospital celebrates its 10th anniversary, the most privileged and honorable job for me is to thank and convey gratitude to all of you and all those devotees who are abroad, who are not here, but they're all a part of this. On behalf of those many mothers, fathers, the children, their brothers, sisters, and the family members, for having saved their heart, giving them a new lease of life. So that is the beauty of this hospital. So much gratitude to every one of you. Here, of course, the leadership of Singh Deo ji, Babaji as they call him now here very lovingly, who has provided all the facilities. And I've just told that it was just 24 hours within which they managed to get the permissions and licenses. It's a very complicated stuff, especially if you want to do a Homograft bank and all. It's not an easy thing. But they managed, the administration, and walked hand in hand and ensured that it was done on this anniversary day. So we are very grateful to the entire administration, health department, and of course under the leadership of Singh Deo ji, who has managed to do it in such a short time. On the stage we also have some of our very learned people like Dr. Marcos, who specialized in harvesting hearts, and he was here to do the first heart harvest. So I am very grateful to you. What you say, mucho gracias. We are very grateful and very thankful for your contribution. And of course, on the stage we have some more very eminent personalities. Dr. Sean is from the US. He's one of the finest pediatric cardiac surgeons from the Long Beach Hospital, Children's Hospital. And we are here. He's here. He's supporting us in our international missions as well. So we are very grateful that he's here to celebrate this occasion with us. Dr. Vivek, not doctor yet, but he'll end up becoming a doctor the way he's participating. But of course, Vivek Gaur, and he and his endless effort in maintaining these institutions, running these institutions, and taking all the pressure off the shoulders of the doctors and surgeons to ensure that the functioning of the hospital happens smoothly. And they have just returned from Jharkhand, I think their train arrived a bit late in the afternoon, and they just came there and they are straight here. So much love and blessings to you for the good work that you do. On the stage, of course, I have Dr. Srinivas. I don't have to say anything about it. You know what, as they say, handsome is what handsome does. So Srinivas is what Srinivas does. That's about it. It's an overwhelming moment for me, especially because I belong to Chhattisgarh. I was born and brought up here. I went all the way to Puttaparthi to study. And as the bus was passing through the Puttaparthi roads, the first thing that you see is the Puttaparthi Super Speciality Hospital as you enter Puttaparthi. And a massive structure, beautiful, palatial structure, with like two open arms embracing everybody. So when I was a kid, I asked somebody in the bus, what is this? Is this a palace? And they said, no, it's a super specialty hospital. It's a hospital that serves the patients for free. And this is Baba's hospital. I was so touched. I thought how wonderful it would be if we had a hospital like this in our Chhattisgarh. That was the first thought that crossed my mind. And being a holy land, sacred land, it has materialized after many years. It took probably 25 years, but then it happened. And I remember Dr. Srinivas and myself and a few other very close friends were here. And all this happened in 10 years like a dream. It's like a magic. It's very difficult to believe. We have to actually pinch ourselves to know that, to realize that all this is happening and has happened. So the endless, tireless efforts of Srinivas and the entire team here, this is something that doesn't happen too often in today's times. You work for somebody's child. You work for somebody's joy. You work for somebody's life without any expectation of anything in return. Not even we don't even expect somebody to turn around and say a thank you, because we feel it's our duty to do it. It's our way of expressing the message of love. And his Vishwas 10 years ago, I remember, because it's a very family type of gathering with a lot of our friends and family members. And of course, he's a part of the family. That's what I was told by Dr. Ragini, that you are a family, so I can share this. He had only one vision, how to take Baba's message of love all and serve all to every nook and corner of the country and the world. And in the initial days when we could walk around and talk about things, he would say, see, Bhagwan's true value has not been recognized by the world. Somehow we missed doing what we were supposed to do for him. Somehow we should have taken his name to every nook and corner, and world should have sat up and noticed the contribution that he has made for the welfare of the society. Unfortunately, it has not happened that way. He always used to kind of, feel bad about it. And today, after 10 years, you go to any part of the country, everybody knows who Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba is, what is his contribution to the world, and what is going on at this point in time. Nothing is more gratifying for us, his devotees and disciples, his followers, than to see his name shine in every heart of every child who has passed through the portals of this institution, and so many more who are being served everywhere. It is the greatest joy. And when a year back we discussed, what can we do in 10th year of Sanjeevani? We should have at least 10 Sanjeevani centers. And believe you me, he has achieved that feat. The 10 Sanjeevani centers are up and running. We just came, I was there in Telangana, that was another pediatric heart center. The daycare services started. I could not go to Jharkhand and Rishikesh and Palwal and places like that, but they went, Vivek Gaur and Srinivasji went and opened all these centers, and they just arrived this afternoon from Jharkhand and taking a train because there was no other way to get back to this place so quickly. So they have done anything and everything in their might to ensure that this 10 per 10, or 10 out of 10 as they call it. So we are 10 out of 10 on 10th year of Sanjeevani. And we have centers, mother and child, as well as pediatric cardiac care. And shortly there are members of a hospital from Mudanhalli as well. They are faculty for the upcoming medical college. They are all here. I wanted them to come and see that where the products of that institution should be going and serving, and how they should be serving. There should be 100 Dr. Raginis produced out of that institution to ensure that these institutions run perpetually. And Dr. Ragini herself is there to produce 100 of them. So we are very grateful to the set of doctors over here. Dr. Prabhu is there. I know there's a long list. Of course, when I say Raipur, I mean Palwal, I mean Kargar, I mean Fiji, I mean Sri Lanka, I mean every of the centers of Sanjeevani where this good work is going on. Dr. Yogesh is there from Fiji. Now he's half a Fijian. He's just started wearing skirt, I believe. So we have people from everywhere, and then of course the wonderful representatives from Rotary Royal who are seated here. I met them a couple of times before. And then all the representative devotees from around the world who have done everything and more for the sake of building and running these hospitals. They have prioritized God's work above their own personal lives and families and done everything in their might and more, as I said, to run these institutions. I cannot take everybody's name, but my heart only is filled with so much of love, and I'm overwhelmed with emotions and gratitude at this very sacred and momentous occasion. What more can I say? That it is our Sanjeevani, it is because of us, and each one of us is equally important, equally a part of this Sanjeevani, as we always say. From the gatekeeper to the chairman, everybody must speak the same language. We have only one vision. What are you doing here? We are saving a child. We are not manning the gate, we are not cleaning the floors, we are not cooking the food, we are not operating in the theaters. We are all together saving that one child. And we saw those lovely children who just passed by, they received the gifts. What a pity, what a shame it would have been if these children were not given this service on time. So you are in a hurry, I am also in a hurry, he is in a hurry, we all in a hurry to save the child, because I tell God's name is Hari. He is always in a hurry to save people. तो हम सब हरि के स्वरूप हैं, इसलिए हम सभी हरि में रहते हैं, मतलब जल्दबाजी में, अच्छा काम करने के लिए जल्दबाजी, बच्चों को बचाने के लिए जल्दबाजी। और आज छत्तीसगढ़ के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा स्वर्णिम दिवस है, क्योंकि भारत का मतलब मध्य भारत में सबसे बड़ा जो सेंटर है वो पीडियाट्रिक हार्ट केयर का संजीवनी सेंटर है, और यहाँ से जो शुरू हुआ है वो आज पूरे विश्व भर में फैलता चला जा रहा है। हज़ारों बच्चों की जान जो है संजीवनी के माध्यम से बचाई जा रही है। और आप यदि बाहर जाएंगे तो देखेंगे ये बहुत सुंदर एक कार्यक्रम रखा है अस्पताल ने कि इसका व्हाट इज़ द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ द वर्क दैट इज़ बीइंग डन, एंड 16 डायमेंशंस, वेरियस वेज दे आर असेसिंग द इम्पैक्ट. And one impact we can surely see is the amount of gratitude we have created in the society. वो बच्चा जब बड़ा होगा, when the child grows up, he will carry gratitude in his heart. That gratitude that किसी ने तो हमारे बारे में सोचा. Somebody took care of us when we were abandoned, we were ignored, we were kind of forsaken. There was a group, there was this hospital which went and did all that it could do to save us and give us a new lease of life. Imagine the transformation, that impact. It can't even be assessed on a paper. It is something that has to be experienced in the heart. And this is the experience that we had just now. Those children were so grateful. As I said, my heart is overwhelmed, and I can only bow down at the feet of our Master for the wonderful opportunity that he has given for us to sanctify our lives. He doesn't need anything. Son does not need any glorification. It's we who have to look at it and glorify, saying, you give life to everyone, to us, to all the planet, and you are like that. So for us, it's a very overwhelming moment. And I want to personally, and on behalf of the entire Sanjeevani team, thank all the devotees, all the supporters, the administration, the government, and every single individual in some way or the other who is associated with this hospital, even those who pray for this hospital and the children from around the world. And we have a very, very big task ahead. And I can't stop myself from saying that अब 10 पे 10 हो गया है तो 25 पे 25 भी हो जाना चाहिए. We should have 25 centers by 25th year. I'm sure we can have more, but at least let us take this. I do not want to say big things, but अब 10 साल हो गया, अगला जो है बड़ा पड़ाव है वो 25वां साल का पड़ाव होगा. And that time we should have at least 25 such centers across the world. With this hope and with this prayer and recommitting and rededicating ourselves and rededicating you all also on your behalf, that we dedicate ourselves to the cause of saving children, helping people, serving in the holy name of Sri Sathya Sai, and continuing this mission till there is blood flowing in our bodies. We shall not stop. So with that prayer, I conclude and I thank everyone once more.
Swami, thank you so much. Swami, only you can make profound things simple so that most of us can understand, at least I can understand. Otherwise, it's very difficult to understand esoteric things. So thank you so much, Swami. Swami, I would just like to request Mr. Som Agarwal, the president of Rotary Royal from Raipur, to come on the stage and please say a few words. Thank you so much.
सभी को मेरा प्रणाम। स्वामी जी आपको, बाबा जी आपको, सभी को मेरा नमस्कार रोटरी क्लब ऑफ रायपुर रॉयल की तरफ से। ये हमारा सौभाग्य है कि रोटरी क्लब का रॉयल का मैं प्रेसिडेंट हूँ, लेकिन जिस समय सत्य साई संजीवनी ने हमें ये मौका दिया, हमें चुना इस कार्य को करने के लिए, वो कहते हैं ना भगवान ने चुना, तो उस तरीके से संजीवनी ने हमें चुना और हमें इसका सहभागी बनाया कि हम इस अच्छे कार्य के लिए यहाँ जुड़ सके। मैं उस साल कार्यकाल में सेक्रेटरी था और हमारे बीच उस समय प्रेसिडेंट थे इरफान बुखारी जी और रंजीत सिंह सैनी जी जो भी हमारे बीच मौजूद हैं। वो उस समय डिस्ट्रिक्ट गवर्नर थे। मेजर दीपक मेहता सर उस समय हमारे DRFC थे और राजीव मुंद्रा जी और गौरव जी सब हमारे मेंबर थे। मैं सबका धन्यवाद देता हूँ। इवन मैं कह नहीं सकता, मैं जब यहाँ पहली बार आया था स्वामी जी, मैं यहाँ से रोते रोते गया था, क्योंकि मैंने उन बच्चों को देखा यहाँ जिसके लिए आज सत्य साई संजीवनी जो काम कर रहा है। और आज भी मैं यहाँ दिल से जुड़ा हूँ, न कि रोटरी तो एक माध्यम है, लेकिन हमारे दिल से जुड़ा हुआ है। हमें आगे भी उम्मीद करते हैं कि सत्य साई संजीवनी हमें मौका देता रहेगा कि हम यहाँ बच्चों के लिए और समाज के लिए जो भी कर सकेगा हम करेंगे। थैंक यू ऑल।
Thank you very much. We are just waiting for Sunny Bhai. Sir, he will be on his way. Meanwhile, could I ask Srinivas sir to say a few words while Sunny Bhai is coming? Thank you so much.
Most revered and beloved Bhagwan, dearest Sadguru Madhusudan, प्यारे सिंह दियो बाबा जी, dear brother Prasanna, who was associated ever since Sanjeevani formed itself on this holy land, Dr. Marco, dear Sean, dear Vivek और प्यारे भाई साहब जो रोटरी को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, sisters and brothers who have gathered in the temple of love and service of dear Swami from every part of the world and every part of the country, my heartfelt greetings, love and pranams to each and every one of you. You, as dear Swami said, have been the silent, hidden mountains of strength to have made this institution and the work that this great institution does. Singh Deo Babaji, it was a couple of months back, I met the tourism secretary of Chhattisgarh and some of the officials. This was just to reflect on what we could be doing with the state for the 10th anniversary. And from the heart came a new name and definition for Chhattisgarh. Because I travel all over the country, and honestly, I thought Chhattisgarh is not what people think it to be. It is such a wonderful piece of Mother Earth. It is such a wonderful piece of Mother Earth that when Baba said, go to the heart of India, and he pointed to the map of India, and lo and behold, Chhattisgarh is in the heart of India, where the heart is in the human body. So the tourism department people went and had just returned from Jammu to attend the annual tourism secretaries and Department of Tourism state conferences, which was held in Jammu. So every state was given an opportunity to make a presentation, and it came to Chhattisgarh state. And in the allotted time, when whatever needed to be said about Chhattisgarh was said, for whatever reason, the tourism department of Chhattisgarh, rightly I would think, chose to show Sathya Sanjeevani. Immediately, multiple hands went up in the audience and said, your state is fortunate that it has this great institution. Children from Jammu and Kashmir converged to Sathya Sanjeevani in Raipur in Chhattisgarh to get their gift of life. One thought to oneself, what is it that can be the new story of Chhattisgarh? And that's where Baba said, Chhattisgarh hereafter stands for bringing dignity to life. Bringing dignity to life can be no greater achievement, effort, endeavor for a human being. We were all born for one basic entitlement, and that is human dignity. And Baba, today, Chhattisgarh, because of Sathya Sai Sanjeevani, as one singular reason, stands out in the country to bring dignity to life. What greater contribution can we make? Baba always tells us, you are not one person, but three. The one you think you are, but importantly, what others think you are. And that is very important. Because as many people, so many views and opinions about who you are. So also for the state of this country, for the nation of the world, what the nation, what the state thinks of itself versus what the world outside thinks of you. And today we have pledged that Chhattisgarh stands to bring dignity to life. This is not a small thing. By giving the gift of life, you're writing stories which create new stories in the history of time and in the history of our country and the history of our world. How can everybody here and hundreds and thousands outside gather with one single focus that the child is the most important entity at this point in time in our lives? As Baba just mentioned, the child is the future GDP. What GDP can you talk of if you do not save your child? Our GDP is going to be what our children are tomorrow. And that is what we invest into. And where does that investment come, Baba? The great message of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, disseminated profusely, profoundly, prolifically by Sadguru Madhusudan Sai, by writing a new storyline in the story by saying, the patient is God. Think about this, Baba. Can we as human beings have a philosophy, have a policy in the government to think of those who come to you in suffering, in need, in pain, seeking your help? They are verily the forms of God. That is where help, Bhai Sahib, becomes divine. Satya Sai Sanjeevani is an act of the divine, for the divine, by the divine, for the benefit of the multitudes of humanity that are essentially divine. This is God's greatest, choicest blessing put into the heart of India, into a state which is known as Chhattisgarh. Bringing dignity to life is what Satya Sai Sanjeevani is. Satya Sai Sanjeevani is each and every one of you. It is your life's journey from yourself to you. Sanjeevani is a journey from you to yourself. And in the journey between you and yourself, when you touch millions of people in the journey of your life, you touch them, you help them, you save them, but importantly, you find your own self. Sanjeevani enables you to find your own self. This is a divine miracle institution. Saving life of another child first enables you to find who you are. Welcome to the 10th anniversary celebrations of Satya Sai Sanjeevani. Welcome to this great blessing that we are all bestowed with to bring dignity to life. This is the purpose of human birth. This is the purpose of a human society. This is a purpose of every government, to bring dignity to life. God bless each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart, and importantly, from the bottom of the new hearts that are beating because of your love, your effort, your support. They are beating because you have touched them. And what they will make tomorrow, time will tell, destiny will tell, the world will be blessed to see. Sanjeevani is God's miracle on Mother Earth. You are fortunate to be a part of it. Namaskar, Sai Ram. It's a paradox to welcome somebody who opens innings in life at the very end in the form of my dear brother Sunil Gavaskar, who just joined us in the end. But dear brother Sunil, you are as much the heartbeat of Sanjeevani, and this is now the new purpose and mission of your life, dear Sunil. So sweet of you to have come. And like always that you do, Sunil had a sense of timing. That's what we know of him, and his timing is perfect.
Thank you very much, sir. I think that concludes our program today. And what a grand finale, having Sunny Bhai on the stage. And I'm sure everybody on the stage would like a picture with him. So could we all have a photograph with Swami and Sunny Bhai, please? So can we take a picture of all of them? And then we will end the program with the national anthem. Thank you. Can we get people from the Rotary Royal to come on the stage? Yeah.
मेरी साई माँ, साई माँ,
Thank you, everybody. Can everybody stand up for a national anthem, please? Thank you.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you.
चरणों में है साईं तुम्हारे सब नदियों का संगम गीत भजन सुर साज तुम्हीं से तुमसे मां सरगम चरणों में है साईं तुम्हारे सब